Hi there, Taurus. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. First and foremost, thank you so much for all of your comments. I'm truly touched by each and every one of you and each and every one of them. So thank you for connecting. I appreciate it. Secondly, this is your mid-March reading. Of course, energy is fluid, so these energies could permeate a little before and after that sort of cutoff time. Wow. Hermit upright, 5 of Cups. Okay, Taurus. There's a contemplation to you at this period of time. I'm feeling you are looking at something with great introspection. It's like you've taken a step back to heed your intuition. Absolutely. Wow. High Priestess showing up for you here with the Hermit. Very introspective time. Very, very introspective time. Taking the time needed, right? To, need to take a step back, think about how do I intuitively feel about how I want to move forward? What is my vision? You, Taurus, wow. With the High Priestess and the 4 of Wands, both upright together with the Hermit, okay? You're contemplating. It's a highly meditative state almost that you're like getting into. And if you're not yet, I recommend it for you because this energy here, it's like tapping into your intuition. This is the most intuitive card in the deck. 4 of Wands is like the opening of the mind. I see this card as sort of like the, of course, depending on the spread that it shows up in the energies. But I see it and I feel it as the opening of the mind, right? It's sort of like a third eye chakra sort of card, right? And so it's kind of saying, right, by way of when you get into that meditative state, you're going to have these openings in your mind that are going to fascinate you even. You're going to be like, whoa, right? So it's about getting into that very meditative state that's going to, allow these insights to come through and allow you to clarify, right, the path that you want to move forward on. You may be feeling that there is something about a source of inspiration. Okay, it's almost like the light went out in some kind of way, maybe, where you felt right? It's like a rainy day kind of feeling. Like, creative block, maybe? Where's the feeling like I need to be emotionally invested. I want to be emotionally invested in whatever it is that I create and how I move forward consciously on this path. But I'm not feeling emotionally connected, right? I'm not feeling the passion exactly, right? In terms of what it is that I am pursuing. And so you're taking the time to ruminate on it, right? To invert and think before you act. Okay? Taurus, I believe this absolutely regards finances, career, absolutely. And I know you guys have been on that fast track, right? And that's been a major theme for Taurus, major theme. You have popping out here at the base the Mother of Pentacles, Daughter of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles in reverse, Daughter and Mother upright. Take a look at these 3 cards, all 3 Pentacles. Very interesting. And the Mother of Pentacles, I will say this, right? Okay, the 2 cards that precede this spread is the 9 of Wands and the Father of Cups. Father of Cups in reverse, 9 of Wands upright. So the 9 of Wands is marking, right, the beginning of this subspread at the base. Very interesting. What is ending the spread is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So you have a 9 and a 9, bringing you in and closing you out. And then you have 3 sort of persona energies in the middle. The father, the mother, and the daughter. But it's the Father of Cups and the 2 daughters of Pentacles. Or the daughter and the Mother of Pentacles. But there's an emphasis on creativity. But I feel like this, Taurus, for you. I feel like it's almost like you're with a stick. You have a stick in your hand and you're in this dark room and you're kind of poking around. And it's almost like, right, the light has gone out in that room for some reason. You feel like it's raining in a way. Like I'm hearing raining. Something is raining on your parade. The vigor or the passion that you have or had about this path in some kind of way is somewhat dimmed, is somewhat subdued now for some reason. Okay? And so it's almost like, right, you've been on this path that is technically more creative, that engages your creative faculties. But it's almost like, right, you're almost like, well, how am I applying my creativity and where is it taking me? There's a certain mystery to it. And that's why I'm sensing you're consulting, right? Your intuition, your higher self, so to speak, right? That meditative state to try and bring out, right, that very more eccentric creativity that you seek, right? Because it's almost like it became kind of mundane. 5 of Cups, like, not up to par for you. You're like, I know I could be more creative than that. I know I have more in me than that. That's not enough for me, right? So what do? You go from a 5 to a 4. The 4 being the Wand card, right? It's about reigniting our vision, crystallizing our vision, right? So that we can emotionally be passionate and driven about what that vision is. So you've been on this path, though. You've been on this path. And I'm sensing that whatever this path is, you're hoping, and you have the vision that it will bring you, you have the feeling that it's going to bring you abundance in some kind of way. That taking this route towards a greater sort of will of creativity is going to prove fruitful in a large way, substantial way rather, okay? But it's almost like you've been on this path and it's like the stamina, the creative stamina is, it's like this. I see you like this, Taurus. Okay, I see you like this. It's almost like this, right? It's a mountain, okay? You're climbing a mountain. At the base of the mountain, you're like, guys, I'm so pumped for this. We're going to go to the very top. We're going to see this amazing view. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Get your backpack on, right? You have all these, you just have this vision, right, of this view at the top. And you have all this adrenaline. The blood is rushing through your veins. And you start hiking and you're like, yeah, I'm feeling this. I like totally feel it, right? You're sweating. It just feels good. And you're really into it. And you're living this process of ascending and climbing and right, engaging that experience inside and out, right, of your being. You're really living through it. But then it's like, right, slowly, as you climb, and this could be a new experience for you, right, in a way. This could be a new experience for you, tapping into this very more creative, eccentric, risk-taking type of approach towards something, right? Because Taurus is an earth sign. Taurus is more fixed. It's a fixed earth sign. It's stable. It's grounded, right? It likes what is more of the familiar, right, rather than unstable. Okay, so this could be a sort of predicament that you feel is foreign to you in some kind of way, that you took a risk with in some sort of capacity, right? And so, whatever it may be, in the beginning, you have this big push, right? Like, yes, I'm so ready, and you start flying up this mountain, right? But it takes a while to get to the top of the mountain. So naturally, along the way, right? It's like you may not have even realized what point it was at which you started to grow lethargic in terms of your creativity, in terms of your creative output. I'm feeling, Taurus, I'm feeling intuitively that this is almost like a burnout. Okay, there's a burnout of your light, of your creative drive, or some sort of inspiration that you're taking about this process. Okay, I'm feeling that it could have just been, right, that you need a break. You need a break. It's like when you try to juice your brain of all its creative potential and capacity, it's like, right, then it's like all of a sudden you're like, wait, why can't I, why is it not working anymore, right? Like, well, it could be that you're overtired. It could be that you're overtired. It could be that you're pushing yourself a little too much, right? It's like you may need to take a break. Okay, creative thinking, time for creative thinking, take a break. And then it's time for strategic work. It's time for more logical work. It's time for this, right? Another break. But if you're trying to constantly, right, 24/7, churn and burn that creative fuel, right, that fuel may run out. So you want to temper it. That's what I'm feeling for you. You want to temper it, all right? You want to temper it, Taurus. Temper that fire, temper that flame, so that it can sustain you through the entirety of that mountain, okay? But it's good. I feel that you are taking that needed sort of meditative, introspective space to ignite yet again that flame, that vigor, that passion and vision. But there's a lethargy, right? And this is a process. It's a creative process, and you feel like whatever this view is that you're reaching, you don't exactly know what it's going to look like. You've never been there, right? This is a new mountain for you that you're climbing. All you know is that you're being guided towards it. It's enticing and it's enchanting, right? And you feel that this is the right path to move down and along. But you don't know, right? You don't know. There's an element of mystery. And it's almost like, right, I just see you like in the middle of this mountain, looking up, like still climbing, right? Taurus is a very, very endurant. That's not a word, but it speaks to this concept, right? There's an endurance with which you are ascending and embarking upon this path. It's like physically, right? Physically. You're taking one foot and you're moving the next one, and you're taking the next step and the next step and the next step. You're technically moving. Your body is taking you. But it's about the internal stamina, right? That which is more of a delicate balance, let's say, right? Of our the energetic sort of output that we have within that. How we feel about that process. How we give of ourselves within that process, connecting to ourself, to our emotional self, that very much is aligned and associated with creative output, right? The engagement of our emotions. So it's about tapping into that internal space, right? But in a way that's tempered, that is done with balance, right? It's not about just charging up the mountain constantly, right? Just letting all of our energy be consumed in a matter of moments, right? It's like you may need to take the break. You may need to, right, deviate off the path a little bit to go and sit by the river and just watch it in that stillness. And take a deep breath, right? But you're working so hard, Taurus, I'm feeling. You want to get to the top of this mountain. You do. You want to see what lies at the top of that mountain. But you're feeling lethargic emotionally as well. You feel almost, right, like overwhelmed. You feel overwhelmed And you may feel like the desire to get to the top of the mountain is so strong to accomplish whatever this project or path is so strong that it's almost like, when you feel it's almost like you want something so much, it's like that itself psychs you out, right? It's almost like, I need to be so creative right now. I want to be so creative right now. It's like that almost is like white noise in your creative mind, and then your creative mind can't think, right? So it's like, it's tempering the desire to ascend, and the actual resources and output of your energy, right, required to actually move you along that in a conducive way, in a sustainable way, right? That must be struck, right? It's that balance. And it's that feeling of like, right, that hiking up that mountain and then stopping and being like, I really want to get there. But it's like, you're like, it's like you don't have it in you, but you have it in you. You have the vision in you. So, right? Breaks. I'm feeling that's really, really important. Okay? But I almost said Virgo. If you have a Virgo rising, ascendant, or moon sign, or if you know a Virgo, then you may want to check that video out. There could be some crossover, okay? Nonetheless, I was going to say Taurus is a very relentless sign, hard-working, right? Especially physically. You have this stamina that is just, that is so particular, right? Especially to the earth element. But, right, it's like in a creative venture, in a venture that is more not of the physical body, not of the physical stamina, but that's more creative, that's more internalized, that's more dynamic, right? Even there's an approach, right, that is to be taken that you may not be fully acclimated to, right? So if you've never climbed a mountain like this, then it's sort of like all you know is I have the desire to climb it and to reach the top, right? That's very much a Taurus sort of, I want to succeed my desires, right? But it's about, right? It's about almost like understanding how the process works. And I feel like this is something new for you, and so you've been getting used to how it works in a way, getting used to using your brain in this new way, or using your skill set in this new way. And so you're realizing, whoa, right? Maybe that approach was not really fully conducive for the long-term scalability of my resources, even my internal, my creative resources, right? That which regards emotions and even creative thinking. So it's a matter of approach that I'm feeling is prevalent here as we look at these energies. And so over here, again, you have these Three Pentacles cards leading you out. Mother of Pentacles, Daughter of Pentacles. Mother and daughter of the same element. Daughter of Pentacles looking over at the Mother. It's sort of like, right, the Daughter of Pentacles is also in the Mother of Pentacles card. Like the little baby. So let me tune in here. Taurus. It's again this dichotomy between your desire, your emotional propensity, your creative assets, right? Your creative energetic reserves, your emotional energetic reserves, and that which is related to your physical body, your physical ability to do it, right? But it's a delicate balance between these two sort of hemispheres of even your brain, let's say, right? Or even your being, right? It's like you may need to take the time to slow down, right? To take that meditative approach, that introspection, to align with your spiritual sort of guidance and truth forward. that is going to navigate you forward, right? And so it's tempering your physical output with your more subtle. I'm feeling like sensitive. It's like whatever this creativity is that you're trying to get out, that you're trying to coax, right? The emotions that you're trying to elicit in whatever this is something that is like that is very sensitive. Is it can't. It's not like a switch. It's not like a on off creative not right. It's like you have to be in the right mindset, the right zone, the right frame of mind, the right energy, the right ambiance, the right environment to do it. That's what I'm feeling. And that may take an approach that is more pensive, right? That requires forethought, greater forethought that consults your intuition, very much so. Okay? Now, right? The mother and daughter, it's like hold on a second, Taurus. 1 second. Tune in. Taurus. I feel like on this journey, right? I'm seeing it as Father of Cups is your own propensity, is your emotional approach, your emotional perspective, your emotional creative reserves to some degree as well. Okay? But then I'm seeing these two Earth cards as your Taurus energy. Okay, as your ardent, relentless sort of dedication to completing and succeeding this path and cycle. But I'm feeling again, right? There's a big theme. It can't be forced. That's what I'm feeling. It's almost like the creative channeling cannot be forced. The environment and means by which that energy is going to come through is nuanced, requires of you introspection, okay, and contemplation, a pause. So it's almost like, right, it's almost like this, right? There's even a lethargy, perhaps a physical lethargy, being overworked, putting a lot of pressure on yourself, Taurus, to get this thing done in a timely manner. And it's like this is how I see it. Like all these three characters, all these three parts of your being are characters climbing the mountain. And it's kind of like, right? And it can even be like the parts of yourself as you climb the mountain, the voices in your head, so to speak, right? The different parts of yourself, mind, body, soul. It's sort of like, ooh, you look at this mother, right? She is looking forward, like focus, almost like, I have to take this break because I'm really tired, but I don't want to take this break. It's like that. It's like, I want to keep moving forward, but my feet are so tired. I've been climbing this mountain for 8 days straight. Right? And then on the other side, it's like, here's the baby deer, right? The side to you that's like, has the energy, has the stamina, has the drive, the will. Like, come on, let's go. We gotta keep going. Come on, Mom, get up. We gotta go. Let's keep hiking. Come on. And like, right? The daughter deer has more energy, is peppy, is excited, wants to see, right, what lies beyond the top of that mountain. But there's a part of you that still is like, whoa, man, I'm like not as young as I was before, right? It's like that kind of stereotype is like that sort of energy, right? But in a real way, it's in a more applicable way. It's simply you have. I'm seeing it as you have the desire, and you have the stamina in many ways to proceed and to keep moving. But it's like almost like, right, you're challenged by yourself. Like, I want to do this, but I need to take a break. But then a part of me wants to keep going, and it's like so it's like gears. They're literally gears. It's the gears of your being that need to come into they need to work in tandem together. Okay, so it's gearing. It's gearing your reserves and your energetic output in such a way that is actually where the gears are actually moving together, right? It's like, that time um, of when you're on a bike and you have to shift the gears, but then they're kind of stuck at a certain point and they're clashing, and it's not like you have to adjust it and you have to put your foot off the wheel. It's like that, right? And this is like taking your foot off the wheel and allowing the gears to kind of gear up. Okay, so Virgo, Virgo, I said it again. If you know a Virgo, if you have a Virgo rising ascendant sign or a Virgo moon, there may be some crossover, but Taurus, I hope that this reading was helpful for you. Please feel free to check out your rising ascendant or moon sign, as oftentimes that will help illuminate further details into your situation. If you want a personal reading, I do offer those. I know some of you have been asking about that. So you can visit my website, alchemyinu.com. I do personal readings there. You can book it that way, and check it out. It's actually also, I'll put the link in my description box below so you can click it that way for quick access. Nonetheless, I will be back pretty soon, actually, in a few days, with your first quarter moon reading. So it'll be exciting to see how these energies kind of culminate to the final point as we near the full moon on the 11th, 12th of March. All right? Thank you so much again for tuning in, Taurus. I hope that this reading was helpful for you, and I look forward to reading for you guys again soon. Bye.